Gold and silver investors have been on quite a ride for the past few months. There are a lot of new major developments that we're going to talk about today. We're joined by the world famous coin shop Chris. We're going to cover Bidenomics. We're going to cover the Recession, this new big recession that's hitting the rich people. We're going to talk about BRICS, probably the biggest story of the coming week, the 10-year bond yield, and a whole lot more. Coin Shop Chris, welcome back to Ron's Basement.
Ron, week after week, I find myself always in the basement. It's always an honor to be in the basement, Ron.
Well, you're always welcome here. I know you have a couple traditions in your life. Friday nights in Ron's basement and eating 5 ding-dongs a day, correct?
Well, it's better than eating 10 ding-dongs a day, Ron.
Yeah.
That was a little hint from Susie there.
Right. So gold and silver investors have been put through the mill over the last few weeks. And does it get you a little ticked off, Chris, when you watch the mainstream media news and they're all talking about how Bidenomics, how great everything is out there with our, economic miracle from our President Joe Biden?
Well, the news, I mean, it don't matter what administration we're talking about, Ron. They're all full of crap. They all lie, Ron. I mean, everyday people know things are not that great out there. When I see people coming in the shop, Ron, having to sell their silver, gold, or platinum, I don't see too much platinum coming around. People selling back, and they need it for a job loss, or they need to pay a light bill. Things are not great.
Yeah. I was eating lunch today. Fox News put up a graphic, and I have a picture of it here. I'm going to read to you. It said the impact of Bidenomics since he's been president. Consumer prices up 15.9%. Gas prices up 61.9%. Home prices up 11%. Credit card debt up 34%. And real wages down 2.3%. So is it really an economic miracle, or are we I mean, as gold and silver investors, we know that when this economy turns, right, that's going to spell good news for the silver, gold, and platinum price. Are we headed toward a big turn, Chris?
Probably by the end of the month, Ron. September, October. That's my time frame. I'm still sticking with $28 silver by Halloween. And
Wow.
people will call me crazy. That's okay. I'm sticking with what I said, and I still think we're going to see $28 silver by Halloween. I think we're going to see a lot more stuff going to happen. What I mean by stuff, I think we're going to see more banks going down, Ron. I mean, it's just all this credit card debt, and people's cars are getting repo every day, Ron. People losing their homes every day. The only thing I can say, if you're behind on the payment, work with the bank. I mean, this is not financial advice. Don't hide from the bank, because the bank's going to come after it anyways. The banks are more willing, in my opinion, to roll the payment to the back of it and giving people a little bit of a break. I mean,
Yeah.
why not try that? Just don't hide from the bank.
Right. Well, it's not just the everyday average American, because we do know that homelessness is up like 10%, I think just in the last year alone. But Bank of America comes out with this crazy report just this week that says now even the rich people, even the highest income earners are struggling. The people that make $125,000 per year and more, we feel so sorry for them, but now they are falling on hard times. That segment of the population is seeing no growth in their wages, but they have for the last 4 decades. They've out earned everyone else. But unemployment in 1 year is up over 70% within that segment, within that highest income earning segment. So now when that's happening, and here's the kicker on that, Chris, and then I'm going to let you comment, is those people that make 125, 150, 200, 300, $400,000 a year, a lot of them are big spenders, right? They spend money like crazy. They go to Disney World. They go out to eat 4 nights a week. They always are buying new cars. And they make up a lion's share of the consumer spending that goes on, in that this is a new development. And Bank of America pointed out that it's pretty critical. If you're looking to buy gold, silver, or platinum, do yourself a favor and check out Pimbex, the online precious metals bullion dealer and sponsor of Ron's Basement. I was a happy customer before they offered to support the channel. You'll find they have the best prices, quality, and service. I think Pimbex is best, and you will too. And be sure to tell them that you're from Ron's Basement.
Well, and that's the thing, Ron. You know, they're trying to keep up with the neighbors with these new watches, these new brand new $80,000 trucks, $90,000 trucks. They need a new smartphone every year. I mean, they go out Friday night. They go to their wine parties and their chocolate parties, and you know it's Ron, it's sad and they're going to have to go. They're going to Walmart.
Oh, wait. Let me interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Could that maybe explain why I'm noticing a lot of the men neighbors in my neighborhood, Chris? Something that they're doing. I've noticed them all wearing long sleeve red polo shirts. Do you think that could explain why that's going on?
Well, they just want to be like you, Ron. But they're probably most of your neighbors don't know nothing about silver, gold, or platinum to begin with.
No, they think I'm an aerospace engineer.
So that's fine too. I mean, this is getting really sad. What's happening, because more and more people are shopping at Walmart. More and more people are shopping at all these, and they're not bad stores. It's just a cheaper version of stuff. And but they want to keep drinking their wines on a Friday night. They want to go to the casinos and spend 10 grand. And sooner or later, they're not going to be able to keep up with this, Ron.
And Walmart this week put out their earnings report for the second quarter, and it was a blockbuster, right? And their foot traffic numbers were way up. But if you read into that, what is that telling us? And what the smart analysts are saying is, Walmart is doing well because people that were buying clothes at Macy's or Ann Taylor or somewhere like that can't afford to buy clothes there anymore, so they're going to Walmart to buy clothes. And people that were shopping at Whole Foods, or people that were shopping at, every city has a couple like name brand grocery stores around here. At Schnucks and Deerbergs, I know where you are, it's Publix, and people are trading down from there and going to Walmart to buy their groceries, right? I mean, and what's also interesting is, we know the dollar store is reporting a huge increase in food sales as well. So the people that used to go to Walmart can't afford that anymore, so now they're eating at the dollar store.
It's gonna get rough out. It's getting rough out there, Ron. And the only thing I can tell people is, I mean, if you don't have food put away, really, I mean, corn is going to go to the roof. Your wheat's going to go to the roof. If you want your cookies, your sweets at the holidays, get the supplies now.
Yeah,
before it's gone.
I'm going to know there's a real big problem when you tell me you cut down from 5 ding dongs a day to 4 ding dongs a day, and I promise that's the last ding dong joke. That's the last ding dong joke I'll make for this video. Let's move on to what is probably one of the biggest stories going on right now, and will impact the price of silver, gold, and platinum. Probably has impacted it more than anything over the last 2 years, because it's directly related to Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve. I know he's one of your favorite people, Jerome Powell. You got your big Jerome Powell life-size cutout there at home, I bet. Nonetheless, the 10-year bond yield at touched over 4.3% this week. I think today it got down to 4.25. That is huge. Last time we got that high was March and April of this year, and we had the big banking crisis. Now we're above those levels. It was 4.15 in the March-April timeframe, and that's affecting everything.
And that's a crap rate, Ron. A 4.72 you said, but we all know that 4.3. We all know inflation's higher than that, Ron.
No, that's the 10-year bond yield. That's the interest rate that on the
Yeah,
10.
but
Right.
why would anybody want to lock their money up for 4.3 when inflation's really, we all go to the stores, food's up 40%, Ron.
Yeah.
Gas is up. Gas is what up? Gas is up here. I mean, we're paying 3.90 a gallon here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, everything, 4.3. I got an offer from my bank 2 days. Synchrony Bank sent me an offer for a 3-month CD at 4.50%.
Well, Chris, you brought up an excellent point a few seconds ago. Why would anybody want to tie their money up at 4.3% when you're losing whatever you're losing to inflation? And that is so critical for people to understand. That's called the real interest rate, your real rate of return, not your nominal, not just the nominal's the 4.3% that you're getting on your 10-year bond or your CD, whatever it is. The real rate of return is what you get after you subtract the inflation rate. So if you're making 4.3%, but inflation's 5%, you're losing 0.7% of your buying power every year. And that's a key driver for the silver price, gold price, and platinum price, real interest rates. And now what they're saying, and it really infuriated me earlier this week because Reuters had an article out saying that real interest rates are the highest they've been, coincidentally, since right after the great financial crisis, meaning that now if you use the official numbers of 4.3% on a 10-year and you subtract out the 3% inflation, you get like a 1.5% real gain, real rate of return. And that's bad for precious metals. Negative real interest rates when inflation is higher, which I think we all know is truly the case, is actually a very conducive factor for higher precious metals prices. And I'm sorry I rambled on, but that's something that a lot of people don't understand and realize is a big driver for the metals prices.
And I've been hearing some from my customers, Ron. I won't mention the banks. I cannot confirm this yet. But there's some banks are charging people to deposit cash in the bank. A
Yeah.
fee to deposit
Yeah.
cash. I mean, if your bank is charging you a fee to deposit cash, anybody find a different bank. That
Get a
is
different
nuts.
bank.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that is nuts. All right, let's move on to what's going to be the biggest story of the week. The week we've all been waiting for is precious metals investors, the big BRICS meeting. Kicks off what, Wednesday? Is Wednesday the 22nd? August 22nd. They're all going to be getting together. Today, we got big news that President Xi from China will be attending in person. There's speculation that we may hear about some new financial arrangements, potentially a shared currency between the BRICS nations, maybe something backed by gold. What are your thoughts on what are your expectations for BRICS, Chris?
Well, it could go both ways, Ron. To be honest with you, I don't think it's going to move it. I don't think BRICS is going to move it. I really think it's going to take another couple banks to collapse to move the price of silver and gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really, who knows? We have to wait and see. I could be dead wrong, Ron. I mean,
Right.
but I really don't think it's going to have. It could have a little bit of impact. Yeah, sure. Could have a bigger impact. Yes, sure. But I just don't see it going to have. A lot of people think this is going to be the big push. I just don't think so. Look what the stock market's done. This week it was up a little bit today, up 26 points, but the market really was down over 773 points this week, Ron.
Yeah, there's a lot of
the market's crashing slowly just right now.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of weirdness going on. We've got suddenly out of the blue over the last week, the news headlines, financial news headlines have been dominated by the fact that China's economy is collapsing, right? We do know a few things for sure. We do know that the long-term trend is toward de-dollarization, and that the long-term trend is that the BRICS are growing on many levels, the size of their middle class, the size of their economies, the number of countries that are involved, their interest in precious metals. So I think that I think the good news is this is when it comes to this BRICS is I don't think that there's nothing for precious metals investors to lose. Now, I could be wrong about that, right? But I think there's there's a lot more to gain, whether it's immediately or in the near future. I mean, China is a powerhouse country right now. Fake coins. Why don't you want to cover that?
Absolutely. I mean, there is a lot of pop-up stores are buying gold and silver. There's a lot. I mean, let me cover that first before I go to fake coins. They will take advantage of you. Make sure if you are selling, go to a reputable coin shop, online dealer. Don't go these pop-up places to come in for 6, 8 weeks and they get out of town quick. Be careful of that. Fake coins, yes, there's some more popping up on eBay. I'm seeing lots of on Etsy. Walmart, again, it's not Walmart actually selling it. It's a third party. Be careful on any of these Walmart websites, Michael's websites, the craft store. They all have third party stuff. And there is just really no backing with Walmart or Michael's that I've seen. You know, if you get something fake on eBay, then you got some backing there.
And
if you see a deal too good to be true, 99% of the time it's fake.
Yeah. And there are a number of reputable local coin shops and a great number of reputable online bullion dealers, including our sponsor Pimbex, right? That's, a company that I've worked with that I believe to be very reputable and has a great reputation and great prices as well.
Absolutely. And, I would like to thank Pimbex, since we mentioned Pimbex right now. Thank you for sponsoring Ron's Basement. I personally have not bought from them yet. But I have heard for the last 6 to 8 months, nothing but good from them. So, I mean, they just not had what I want yet or what I need yet. But, I've looked at their website, very impressed, very comparable prices. So again, Pimbex, you guys knocked it out of the park. When I'm ready to get something from you guys, I will be going to you guys first for it because you guys have good prices.
Yep. And, one of the viewers had told me about the company, and several viewers, when I was talking about, the different available options online, couple people said, check out Pimbex. They're newer. They've been around for several years now. They're family owned. And when I dug in, what I found was just like great reviews, great customer experience. And what I personally experienced was the same thing. And there's other companies out there as well, right? But Pimbex to me is a good selection. I'm confident that I'm getting good quality products, and I'm a value shopper, and Pimbex prides themselves on their pricing as well. So
absolutely, they are very competitive with their prices. That's nothing. That's what I got to say about them. They're very competitive, and I mean, yes, I mean,
And let me say this to everybody. That's from Coin Shop Chris, who works in a coin shop. And I will tell you, because we are very close friends, he's an extreme shopper. And I mean that in a very complimentary way. He knows a lot about gold and silver bullion, and he knows how to find the best deal. So if Chris is saying that, that speaks for itself. What about selling, Chris? What about panic selling in this environment?
Panic selling, again, if you don't need to sell, don't sell. That's end of story really right there. I can wrap that up in a nutshell. Don't come in, panic sell. It's silver, gold, platinum, going down. Why would you want, my question is to anybody out there, why would you want to trade it back for dollars? If you don't need dollars right now, leave it alone. Don't worry about day-to-day action.
Yeah.
Look at the longer term chart. Look at the 30-day chart, which we will get to later in the video, where the prices are, and they're horrible. I'll admit it. This past 30 days been horrible.
If you're going to buy silver, gold, or platinum, or you're going to sell silver, gold, and platinum, we are. I think I can speak for you, but correct me if I'm wrong. But dollar cost average in, whether you buy once a week, once a month, once a quarter, once a year. buy, and same thing with selling. Everybody talks about dollar cost averaging when you buy. It's okay to dollar cost average out as well. Sell a little bit if you need to sell, every quarter, every month, whatever the case may be.
No, if people get strapped and they need $40 to fill up the gas tank, sell a couple ounces of silver then. Don't go in and sell 50 ounces of silver. Only sell it when you need to.
Yeah, it cost me a lot more than that to fill up the tank in my helicopter. But anyway,
exactly. That's just it really upsets me when people come in and they really don't need to sell.
Yeah.
And but there's really not much I can do about it. I got people coming in, Ron, and they do cost average. They come in, I got a couple girls that come in and buy, not buy, but transfer. They get five dimes a week.
Yeah.
And don't feel like you're being a cheapskate and going to a coin shop and getting 5 dimes a week, 5 quarters a week. If that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford then.
Nothing wrong with that, right? And what about those lady stackers, Chris? Any message you have for them out there?
I just commend any female who stacks. I mean, I'm seeing more and more, and they're really, they really listen more than the guys. I really, I'm not trying down the guys, but the ladies really want to learn more and more about silver and gold and platinum, and they will actually listen to you. And a lot of them say, well, we were going to go to another shop. Like I said, don't trust one shop. Don't trust one online bullion dealer. If you need to call the online bullion dealer, ask them questions too.
Yep.
Shop around, call around, and get different opinions.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's great to see all these women, lady stackers joining the community. Everybody I talk to, that's just more people getting involved with stacking, and that's a good thing. You want to run through your numbers real quick, Chris?
Absolutely, Ron. Let me flip the page here.
Would you write them on a ding dong wrapper? I'm sorry. This is the last video ever I'm going to say ding dong. Sorry.
No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'll just never mind. Silver had a horrible past 30 days. Everything had a horrible past 30 days, Ron. Silver was down $2.52 or 9.99%, almost 10% down for the past 30 days. A big hit, yes. I'm not panicking. I kind of enjoy the lower prices right now. It gives us more. If you're in the market to get more, this is the time to get more when it's down. Yeah. Gold was down $64.30 or down $3. Or 3.25%. Platinum took a little bit of a hit too this past 30 days, $79.40 or 7.98%. And I love to talk about Bitcoin, Ron, the scam out there. Bitcoin was down over the last 30 days, $3,793.76 or down 12.71%.
Oh, I see my Bitcoin right here. It's just shrunk a little bit as you said that. So thank you, Chris, for the numbers, buddy. We appreciate that. I know that's that's a ton of work.
I would like to know how you put a Bitcoin in the phone to make it work, or a Bitcoin into anything to make it work, but it's a scam. That's my opinion. But
yeah.
I'm just so happy when Bitcoin's down more than gold, silver, or platinum. I get very happy, Ron.
Well, but we got it. But I know you do. I know you do. I know you're not exactly the biggest fan of Bitcoin, and I'm not either. But we do there's one thing we do have to recognize: a lot of the Bitcoin that we do have some common ground with crypto people in terms of our views of the banking system and the monetary system. We do share that with them. What we don't share is our vehicle that we use to protect ourselves. And for us, it's more obviously precious metals oriented. For them, it's unicorn fart dust, which is fine. And there's a lot of smart people out there that love Bitcoin, and so everybody's entitled to their own strategy, I guess you would say, right, Chris?
Exactly. And I just want to touch on a couple more things, if you don't mind, real quick, Ron.
No.
Ron will never WhatsApp you. Don't fall for those scams in the WhatsApp. Please don't put any links in the comments because there are scams in the links. We will remove any links along with the comment. If you feel like you have to share a link with Ron, email Ron, please. Ron will share it with the audience. And be careful of, as much as I don't like Bitcoin, Ron, there's a lot of Bitcoin scammers in the comments. I will remove those too. Don't click on those, please. If you want Bitcoin, you know where to go to get it. You know, don't fall for the scammers. I'm trying to protect everybody in the comments by getting scammed.
Yeah, and that's not just on my channel. That's all channels, and even like with always be careful, be suspicious, especially if you get something emailed to you with a link in it. You know, that's like online safety 101. Always before you click on anything, make sure you know who it's from and that it's legitimate. And like Chris said, the only way that you can get a hold of me is through email. And the only way that I will then respond back to you is via email, not WhatsApp or anything along those lines. What about some thank yous? We have some people
Yes,
that
I want to
we
thank, I want to, again, we thanked Pinbacks already. Well, let's just thank him one more time. I would like to thank Abram from Go Backs. He's always in the comments with you. He sent a lot of Go Backs to you on that you're giving away slowly. Thank you to Abram. Sassy Silver is one of your viewers. A lot of people know her in the comments. Very, very nice gift, Sassy Silver. I gotta say that blew my mind. Thank you for the girls. You know, the girls love them. Ron's telling me that. You know, very, very appreciative there. And I just want to thank the rest of the mods, Susie, Mary, Annie, and I gotta give a little bit Neil of a hard time. I'm gonna call him Cranky Neil. And Buddy Rumble. Thank you to all the mods. I think, Ron, we have the best mod team on YouTube. We all work together. I've heard stories mod teams like to fight with either. We really have a good mod team.
Right.
And I'd like to thank to each and every single viewer that we have. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the support. Please like, share, and subscribe this. The more we put the thumbs up out there, the more YouTube sends us out to more people. And that is what we really need, is to get more people involved, get more people in the basement to help one another. And if you can reply to a comment that you can reply to, let's help each other out. That's how we all work together. Consider yourself family in the basement.
Yep. Yes. And Chris, of course, no series of thank yous would be complete without thanking you, because you are a critical part of what goes on here in the basement. So thank you, sir. Thanks, buddy. We're serious about silver and gold, but we do like to have fun here in the basement as well.
So let's tap that like, and let's see if we can get 2,000 likes on this one.
All right, let's do it. Yep. Like, share, and subscribe. Chris, I got a feeling we'll be talking to you again next week. It'll be our pleasure. On behalf of everyone who's watching right now, thank you. Okay, you're generous with your time. You help out a lot of people. You aren't trying to sell anything. You know, you give pure, unfettered, if that's the right way to say it, advice. And we all thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
And one more quick thing. Let's make it a great day, and let's everybody go buy 1 ounce of silver this week.
There you go. Or 2.
You know, why not? So, all right, we will see you next week, Ron.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.